Hey Jeff, you told my daughter for me to send a tape. Here it is. My mother died when I was 2.5 years old, and my father had what we call a nervous breakdown today. I survived going from foster home to foster home until I was adopted at 4 years old. At age 17 and a half, when I graduated from high school, I volunteered for the Marine Corps so I could go to Vietnam, and at age 18, I got my wish. Not to be one to take it easy, I requested to go where all action was, and the combined action platoons had one of the highest mortality rates because we actually lived with the villagers, and that's where I asked to be sent. I lived with the villagers along with a squad and a half of Marines. Our job was to conduct civic action, to gather intelligence, to run patrols during the day, and to set ambushes at night. I asked to go to Vietnamese language school, was sent to Da Nang, and I ended up being a Vietnamese interpreter. I saw a lot of action in Vietnam, and then came the Tet Offensive in 1968, just as I was turning 19 years old. On January 7th, 1968, just as the Vietnamese were gearing up for the beginning of the Tet, the compound was overrun by 500 ground troops. There were 18 Marines and the 29 Vietnamese Popular Force troops we were training. 7 Marines were killed, 2 were captured, they escaped a couple weeks later, and 9 of us were wounded and left for dead. I survived that attack by faking being dead. I was lying in a roll of barbed wire bleeding, and I held my breath as the Viet Cong held a rifle to my head. Some of the other Marines who made it through that night pulled me out of the barbed wire into safety the next morning. 9 days later, I was wounded a second time while driving a truck in the resupply convoy. My truck was blown up by an 82 millimeter mortar round, and I survived the explosion, and they finally decided to send me to Okinawa. It still puzzles me why, after being wounded twice, left for dead and blown up, I actually volunteered to go back to Vietnam a second time. Today, I'm a financial consultant, and maintaining a strong sense of community and a solid professional foundation are very important to me. I'm the founder of the Sunrise Networking Group, which is comprised of approximately 300 independent business owners and companies in the Detroit metropolitan area. I'm a past distinguished president of the Kiwanis Club. I was very active in the Italian American Chamber of Commerce. I'm a lifetime member of the VFW. I serve on the Ambassadors Council of the Renaissance Club. I started, and I'm on the board of directors for the S&G Charities. I'm a registered representative with AXA Advisors, president of the Sunrise Financial Group. I just turned 60 years old, and I've watched Survivor for years and noticed one thing. What Survivor needs is a really good-looking old guy.